Break the board sports is your boy RJ Cash Cole. Click that like, hit subscribe. MLB opening day Thursday. Now we had opening day here on Wednesday, got across the finish line. We gave out the New York Yankees to all of our players. If you had watched the show yesterday, we also gave out no run first inning. That got home. So now we look ahead to a full slate of games here on Thursday. Going to focus on the early games. Again, click that like, hit subscribe. You got one or two players you can get, or one or two ways to become a member here on 1 to 3 a day, or if you want every play, every sport for 30 days, 64.99 BreakBoardSports.com. If we're not up at least 7 units at the end of your 30 days, then you get the next 3 months for free. Let's focus on Pittsburgh Pirates at the New York Mets here, opening up in the Big Apple. 6.5 is our total. 55% of the ticket count, 47% of the handle going to the over. 45% ticket count, 53% of the handle going to the under 6.5. Now, Paul Skenes Day in Major League Baseball, minus 105 is the Pirates, minus 118 is the Mets. Mets, 55% of the ticket count, 53% of the handle. This is where the Pirates, 45% ticket count, 47% of the handle going their way. Again, Paul Skenes against Freddie Peralta in this one. Now, when you dive in here between these two teams, looking over, the Pittsburgh Pirates have hit to the under 13 of their last 18 games last year. They are 4-1 their last five versus the Mets. But when the Pirates go on the road to the Mets, they have just one win in their last seven trips to Citi Field. Pirates 11-4 their last 15 games when they're facing National League East opponents. Now the Mets, they ended last year on a huge slide, fell apart down the stretch, 7-13 over their last 20. But again, they're 6-1 their last seven at home against the Pirates. They played to the under four of their last five games in the month of March. So early on, they tend to play a little bit better here as far as to the under, as far as a pitching standpoint goes. Now, a couple other trends to look at here for the game. Paul Skenes in his last three starts, right? In his last three starts, Paul Skenes 3-2 with a 1.35 ERA. He's had two starts against the Mets over the last 2 years. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run last year with 6 Ks, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs with 8 strikeouts back in 2024. So he's pitched very well against the Mets. Now, Freddie Peralta, he ended last year 2-3 with a 4.43 ERA. He, in his last three, he had three starts last year against the Pirates, shutout, 3 runs, 1 run. So he's had some success against Pittsburgh as Freddie Peralta. Now, the Pirates and Mets head to head, Pirates beat them the last four matchups last year. Again, five of the last seven have went to the way of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Last year, they played to the under 88 of their last 150 games, and the Mets, 51 of their last 93 games went over the total. First 5 innings, the Mets have covered the first 5 innings, 46 of their last 81 games at home. Again, with these pitchers, especially early in the season, you can't look for them to go an extremely long time, right? So it's just a matter of how many innings are you going to get. So a lot of time, first five ends up being a really good bet to kind of get you across the finish line there and be able to cash in. For me, I don't have a play on this with the Pirates Mets. Again, a lot of it's wait and see. I love when a home team on the opening day series, when a home team loses the first game, you can wheel back with them game two. That's an angle that's been pretty successful for me over time, but this one just going to take a pass on. Next game, that's a day game. Now this one's going off at 2:10 Eastern time. The Pirates Mets goes off at 1:15. Right now, the Milwaukee Brewers and the White Sox. The Brewers laying $1.85 plus 155 is the comeback on the White Sox. 8 is your total, 53% of the ticket count, 84% of the handle going to the under, 47% ticket count, 16% of the handle going to the over. Now, when you look at the sides, 89% ticket count and 64% of the money is going to the Brew Crew. 11% ticket count, 66% of the handle going to the way of the Chicago White Sox. Now, Jacob Mizorowski gets a call for the Brewers. Shane Smith will be on the bump here for the Chi-Town Sox. When you look at this, obviously last year, going back and seeing how they finished, the White Sox finished the season 3-12 over their last 15. The Brewers have beaten the White Sox 8 of the last 9. White Sox 1-5 their last 6 on the road in Milwaukee. Now Milwaukee, when them and the White Sox match up, 5 of the last 7 have went over the total. Uh, Milwaukee 4-1 against the AL Central their last 5 games. We got to look, dive in. Shane Smith over his last 3 starts to end last year, 3-2 with a 3.81 ERA. He faced the Brewers once last year, went 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, but only one of them earned in strikeouts. This is where Jacob Mizorowski, he was a flamethrower for him, had a great year, but towards the end of the year really tailed off a little bit. Now, he's never faced the White Sox in this one. Again, this is one high line. I'm not laying that kind of juice on opening day. The White Sox, I'll tell you what, I'd either take the White Sox or nothing. I'm not playing it. But for me, I would absolutely be White Sox for nothing here. Next game on the board, the new look Nationals, new manager, and all that. They go to the Chicago Cubs. Now, the Cubs are laying 225. Ginormous number. Plus 185 is the comeback here for the Washington Nationals. Your over-under set 8. Ticket count split 50-50 on the total. But 91% ticket count, 82% of handles on the Cubs. Cubs look to be a really good ball team this year. Nationals, 9% of ticket count, 81% of the handle going their way. Now, look, when you kind of dive into this, look at some of the stats as far as the Brewers and the Nationals go. Nats actually took the last 2 games of their series back in September. Nationals have won 3 of the last 5, but the White Sox have won 6 of the last 10 against the Nationals. Now, from a pitching standpoint, Kay Cavalli, 4-1 with a 3.38 to finish the year last year. He has not faced the Cubs. Matthew Boyd, the southpaw, really good season. Struggled a little bit down the stretch, 4-1 with a 4.50. He faced the Nationals twice last year. Both games went at least 7 innings. Gave up 2 runs in both, 3 strikeouts in the last outing, 6 in the other. So he's been solid. Nothing, I wouldn't go laying 210, 225 on the Chicago Cubs alone. I think that's a little crazy to be hopping out there trying to do that. But I will say I do like the Cubs in the matchup. I'm just not willing to lay 220 with them. But as far as looking ahead to tomorrow, I would do something. I think you can get a good price. It's minus $1.15. Chicago Cubs money line with the Purdue Boilermakers. I don't know if Purdue covers 7.5, but I feel really good about them winning the game. So Purdue and the Cubs. I like that 2-team money line parlay minus $1.15. I'm staying away from the Pirates Mets. I lean White Sox, but I'm staying away from that game as well. RJ Cash Cole, Break the Board Sports, giving you stats, strings, information, help you with your handicap. Whether you fade or follow, hope you win your bets. God bless and happy handicapping.